In yesterday's AB Performance RGB Championship race, it was Matthew Higginson that took his 6th win of the season, while further back there was a good recovery drive from Austin Greenway to take the Class F victory. Race 2 of the weekend about to get underway, with Alistair Boulton and Paul Rogers on the front row of the grid as the race gets underway. Higginson there with the green front to that car in the middle of shot. He makes quite a good start, slots up to second position behind Alistair Boulton. Second row, by the way, was Higginson and Scott Mittell, who finishes runner-up yesterday. Watch 2 for the silver and orange spire of John Cutmore. He'll be flying up the order, started from the back of the grid after not taking part in yesterday's race. Well, towards the link they will go then for the first time. Again, it's a 13-minute plus 1 lap race from some of the quickest cars here this weekend at Silverstone. 1-litre bike engines powering all of these cars, whether front-engined or the rear-engined cars, which just tend to be that little bit quicker. Down towards Stowe for the first time, then it's Boulton leading, Higginson second, Scott Mittell in the MC52 is in third place, and up to fourth there goes Paul Rogers, getting 1 place back from Tony Gaunt in the Wolf. Then it's the yellow and black car in 6th position of David Whale. This field makes their way down towards the Vale for the first time. There's Austin Greenway in the white car just ahead of John Cutmore, who's already more than halfway up the field from the back of the grid, having missed the qualifying session and race yesterday, as I say. So Boulton it is, the former stock hatch racer and Class F champion last year and on multiple occasions as well. He leads this race from Matthew Higginson in second. There's that 25 car in third position. On the back of shot you can see John Cutmore just ahead of Colin Spicer, who leads the front engine class, and then Austin Greenway. Heading down towards us here is the battle for 5th, 6th and 7th positions, down to Stowe Corner, and it's the number 25 car, the yellow and black Spire GT3, a new car for this season for David, who's a 57-year-old from Amersham, an international logistics manager by occupation. His 9th season in RGB, it's his 2nd spell in racing. Race Mini 7 and Formula 1300 and Clubman's cars in the past did David Whale. That's the driver of the yellow and black car there. The 53 machine is that of Andy Hiley. It's a Kronos, and Andy Hiley, a former multiple kit car race winner and champion as well. And that Kronos, it seems to me, improving all the time and challenging for 6th position here. Of the one of the spires, or behind one of the spires, for the moment at least. He's going to try and go along the inside there, the village hairpin, and Hiley goes through. So one of the spires there losing a position to the Kronos of the very rapid Andy Hiley. Just saw the cars going for a bit of a bump there as they made their way onto the link and back onto the Grand Prix circuit at the Hangar Straight. So it's Gaunt in the Wolf, car of his own design and construction, car number 42. Then it's the 53 car next in this group in 6th position now as they make their way into Stowe Corner, and then it's David Whale in the Spire. Spire cars, of course, built near Chesterfield, hence the name, taking their name from the twisted spire of the church in Chesterfield. Paul Nightingale's company making those, and a spin. Oh, and very lucky that Tony Gaunt wasn't collected there, as he had that moment between the first and second elements of Club Corner. Oh, and Colin Spicer spins around as well, spinning away the Class F lead and handing it to Austin Greenway. Oh, and another moment. 2 cars involved there, but the one that's on the grass is the number 72 car. That's Ian Kempson, the MK Stealth ZX10. There's the recovering Gaunt just ahead of Austin Greenway, the man from Worcestershire, who leads the front-engined class championship, but only just coming into this weekend. Picked up another class win yesterday to put daylight between himself and Paul Rickers, as Kempson's being pushed by the marshals there, but in which direction? Where's he going to go? Pit lane's to his right, this racetrack's to his left, and he's going to rejoin the race in car number 72. Gap has come down between the 2 leaders now. It's barely a car length between Al Boulton and Matthew Higginson, the 30-year-old from Chorley. And here comes Colin Spicer on this recovery drive. He's just in behind the number 96 car there of Danny Bird in the MK Stealth. Also involved, you can see number 66, which is Edward Scotney in his Genesis RR. The drive from Daventry, very much on his home circuit this weekend. You can see a yellow flag there being shown down towards Abbey Corner as the leaders arrive at Stowe, and it's still Bolton from Higginson. Higginson in that Festive Lights entered Spire GT3, the car that took Tim Gray to a clean sweep of victories in last year's championship. Meanwhile, I can see it was pretty much side by side for third as well between Rogers and Mittel. So those two duking it out as the leaders turn their way back onto the international pit straight, and they're going to go into that yellow flag zone now. So that's one less overtaking opportunity for Matthew Higginson, and indeed for Scott Mittel in the background there, who's trying to find a way past Paul Rogers. The car just stopped on the grass there. That is the reason for the yellow flag. Bolton then a winner at Pembrey, beating Higginson, although Higginson was ahead on the road when the red flags came out. He'd not done enough though to unwind a 10-second jump start penalty, so Bolton was a bit surprised when I told him he'd won that race. And here's action amongst the front engine cars, but there's one of the rear engine machines. It's 33, which is Bob Mortimer in the BDN S3, the car designed by the Baldwin family a few years ago now. 22 is Robert Grant, 28 is Rue Chappell. And they are in Silver Phoenix and Raw Striker respectively, two of the drivers in the front engine category, making their way through the link. This is the battle for the lead of Class F though, and it's Greenway that is ahead of Paul Rickers, and these two were virtually tied together in the championship coming into this weekend. 42 Paul Rickers, the 45-year-old stonemason from Chesterfield. This is an ex-Paul Rogers car. Paul raced it from 06 to 08. There's a challenge on for the lead down here at Stowe Corner. Higginson's coming through and takes the lead. There's a wide expanse of tarmac here at Silverstone, so there was not that much that Earl Bolton could do to defend that even. Making their way down to the fair now. Bolton's going to switch to the inside line. He's back through, is he? Yes, he is. Well done, Alistair Bolton back into the lead, but he's compromised his line through Club Corner, and Higginson can sweep back ahead once more. There's drama there for number 53, Andy Hiley. They said that Kronos was getting better all the time, but now it's out of the race. And Colin Spicer, after that early spin, recovering here, doing battle with the MK Stealth of Danny Bird, but they're just in front of the leaders who are about to go on to the final lap, so let's hope they can not interfere too much with this lead battle, which is now just under 2 miles away from seeing the checkered flag. Bolton still in the slipstream of Higginson there as they make their way towards Abbey. Colin Spicer keeping well out of the way. Oh, but there's contact! And Colin Spicer goes off! He's gone into the gravel. I've not seen from that angle whether he's hit anything, but Spicer's certainly out of the race. But the amazing thing there for me is that Alistair Bolton has managed to continue. There's number 8, which is Paul Rogers, in third position. But yes, there you can see the red car of Bolton. There is some damage to the bodywork on the left-hand side of that car, but thank heavens that was not more serious. Number 7 going through the foreground there is James Walker in his STM Phoenix, but here comes the race leader. Well, that brush with Colin Spicer, who I think saw Higginson come through, but wasn't aware that Bolton was about to go past as well, and just swept across there. I think that incident has settled the race in favour of Higginson. The 30-year-old from Chorley in the Festive Light-centred car turns his way through the left-hander at the Vale, now into the right-hander at Club Corner. The checkered flag is made ready, and it's a 7th win of the season for Matthew Higginson. Out of 10 races this year in the AB Performance RGB Championship, Bolton is 2nd, and Paul Rogers comes home in 3rd position, with Scott Mittel 4th. Battles to be settled down the order here. This is the 46 car of Charlie Thomas. He's a lap down, but he's just ahead on track of David Whale, who's going to come through and take 6th position. John Cutmore, in the meantime, has been through to claim 5th position. Well, there's an important change towards the end in the front engine class as well. As you can see, in 8th position overall, Paul Rickers took the Class F victory by a slender margin over Austin Greenway. As far as the rear engine class is concerned, another win for Matthew Higginson. He finished 1 second ahead of Alistair Bolton, but more importantly stretches his lead now to almost 40 points in the championship.
Matt, you managed to find your way past Al Bolton somehow there. You got into the lead and then you managed to hold it to the flag.
Yeah, Alistair got a good start. He got a bad one in the first race, but yeah, he was quicker than I was expecting. Took me a while to get on his tail in his slipstream and just managed to do it. Got past. Back markers then came into play and it was to and fro for a while. But really pleased to win on this stage at the circuit. so many supporters and friends here as well.
And the Spire seems to be handling pretty well for you this year.
Spire's a brilliant car, totally reliable, built brilliantly, maintained, and the guys in the pits, brilliant job.
Still got a few races to go for this year, but the championship is getting a little bit closer for yourself.
Yeah, it's almost touching distance. The overall championship need to keep our eye on that one as well. So hopefully we can continue and get that one, get both.
Well done on a good race, Matt.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.